This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Are you looking for sealed product and singles? You can find it all on Channel Fireball. Please use my INTELEON affiliate code when checking out to help support my content. Looking for PTGO codes? Potown Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use INTELEON code when checking out for 5% off. If you're from Europe, Millipots Gaming has a wide array of sealed products, singles, and more. You can use INTELEON code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. Want to show off your love for Tablemon? Check out my 2021 merch. These new hoodies and shirts are available on Amazon. Click on the link in the description to get yours. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. Players Cup 4 happened just this weekend. The global finals finally took place and Alex Szymanski from the United States was able to take down the whole tournament. Not surprised at all. He's a really good player and he's been doing pretty well at the Players Cup. I've ran into him quite a few times in the 50 keys, 50 decks challenges. I think getting run over each time. And yeah, he used Rapid Strike Urshifu to take down the whole tournament, which is pretty surprising given how dominating Shadow Rider is in the online tournament scene. However, that tournament being so compact, right, only 16 players, it does leave room to if the metagame is centering around Shadow Rider, so you can expect people to counter Shadow Rider with Eternatus or Spiritomb, then you can play Urshifu to counter the counter, right? And that's exactly what happened. Alex ended up playing against only one Shadow Rider deck, which he also ended up beating, right? It's definitely not an auto loss or anything. You do have a solid chance at beating it, and this is his list. I was a little unsure about the Dedenne at first. I saw a green background because he didn't post a full list, he just showed the top row. I thought for a second that he was playing Cricketton just like I had before in my previous build, but no, it's actually, when I compared the bottom cards, the bottom part of the card image, I figured out it was the alternate art to Dene. So this is his list, this is what he played. I love the 4-4-3-1 line of INTELEON with the extra support, extra damage, and then the extra support just in case it's needed. You have bench protection, you have weakness protection, you have extra bench damage, and you have the Dene for support, along with, of course, your great attacks, Gale Thrust, and G-Max Rapid Flow targeting down the bench. Now, outside of that, I like the Tool Scrapper. It really helps against the Look Metal matchup, as you can remove the pesky Metal Goggles and start placing damage counters with INTELEON and immediately get a plus 30 boost on your damage against them. Otherwise, it's a pretty tough matchup to handle. And he mentioned in his Twitter that he loved using 2 Karate Bells, that it was the best idea he had ever had. So we'll see if that comes into play in the games that we'll play using Urshifu. So you can see I didn't have time to finish the ladder. Don't think I can do 1200 points in 4 hours, right? So I won't be getting my full art Marnie. I generally did want it, but I guess I didn't want it enough. Alright, I win the coin flip. Definitely want to go first with this deck so you can start threatening immediately, especially if you get an attachment on an Urshifu. Not this time. Not gonna be possible this time, but it's okay. Alright, so, I mean, I could Dede change, but that doesn't seem worth it. We are just going to establish another Sobble. We are going to go ahead and quick ball away the Jirachi. I definitely won't need Jirachi against ADP that we are up against. And we'll pass. You know, pretty solid starting hand. This can get me Balloon or the Stadium. Or we'll see, you know. I have extra copies of, I have more copies on ways to find Urshifu than the Stadium or than a retreating card for sure. So, not happy about this double Marnie. Now, 1, I was okay discarding. 2, very questionable. Kind of like getting this stadium. Obviously my opponent will not be playing, well, I guess the permanent retreat is actually better. Can definitely do this, and I really want to attack this guy, so that's why I'm researching to maximize the chance of me hitting the right cards, and I do, right? I absolutely do. Great draw so far. Can't establish another Sobble, unfortunately, but I do want to give myself access to INTELEON, so I priced 2 Sobbles and 2 INTELEONs. Yikes. That's not ideal. I will go ahead and do this. So now I'm just gonna burn these other lovable, right? And you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and research. Give myself maximum chances of finding the right cards, and yeah, the pressure is just too much for ADP at that point. They turn to attack, they GX, we threaten them. That is why I think ADP needs to play some Psychic Pokemon to counter Rapid Strike, and because you have Jirachi, then it's not that big a deal. Or you can, like, ADP and try to KO the Jirachi first and then knock out the Rapid Strike Urshifu with the Psychic dude. But it's definitely not easy, right? It's definitely not easy. Alright. Okay, so we're definitely up against Shadow Rider now. The matchup you want to avoid if you are playing this deck. Discarding 1 Path to a Peak is really good. Well, now we know my opponent plays Path to a Peak, so that's important, but them discarding it is really good because we're playing Jirachi GX, right? And we don't want our Jirachi GX to get KO'd or deactivated. Well, it's gonna get KO'd no matter what, but we don't want it deactivated. My opponent finishes their turn without any Shadow Riders. That's pretty good, and that top deck is really good. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Grab ourselves, I think, the Jirachi, honestly. Yeah. I'm gonna grab the Jirachi, then I'm gonna go ahead and quick wall. I only played 2 bosses, and that could be impactful, so I'm gonna get rid of an incense. I'll establish this friend. We'll go ahead to this, and we'll go ahead and Marty. Could have played boss, but nah, that felt very questionable. Alright, so I'll go ahead and establish another Sobble, that's for sure. And we'll pass. We shall pass. This Jirachi is the key Pokemon right here. Could have attached energy to Sobble instead of the Urshifu, I guess. And that, yeah. With the double expert belt, attaching energy to Sobble was probably a better play, actually. Not to mention playing the expert belt if they Horror House, so that either I would draw extra cards or I would have one less trainer, right? If they use Poltergeist here. They do use Horror House. Okay. Literally nothing I can do here. My Urshifu doesn't go down, which is good news. Right, definitely good news. The bad news is I have both expert belts and I didn't get another Urshifu V. That would have been fantastic. Especially with this play. I disagree with going after this guy though. Like, you knock out Jirachi, you have free reign on any Urshifu. Urshifu always 2-shots you, so I definitely disagree with my opponent not going after the Jirachi. Big disagree. Okay. I also big disagree on my double expert belt in hand, but not much I can actually do about that. Okay, definitely don't want to stamp. I mean, I might strafe. There is a universe where I strafe. Do I boss? Did the Dene hit and run? I'm considering it. Could buy me a turn. My opponent did not much at all. No, I think that's way too passive. Just on the off chance that I top deck something so I can use the expert belt? Nah. Oof, this is not ideal. Okay, I did not get... Okay, I'm gonna drizzle chain here. Well, not drizzle chain, just 2 of them. But that's okay. Okay, so I do get the VMAX. I guess... well, there's this. The question is, do they risk it? Like, I would have to leave a decent number of cards in my hand to assume that the Gengar will take me down. Or to entice the Gengar to take me down. I don't see myself needing an INTELEON. Definitely benching you. Could just go attach KO me with Alcremie. That requires them to discard 3 energies though. And then getting the next knockout would be really difficult, right? So... I'm torn. I'm generally torn. This is minus 20 resistance only. I think attacking this guy is fine. Definitely want to attack the Alcremie, I think. Go after the Alcremie. Yeah, and I think the Gengar. Those could be my 2 targets. Like, they're the 2 Pokemon that are threatening / attacking me. And I only miss out on 20 damage. Yeah, having lost both expert belts, that's what could end up costing me big time here. Okay, their hand was either that and Shadow Rider or double Shadow Rider. And they top deck that, which is very impressive. Okay. They don't power up the Alcremie though. Is that because they're using Marnie or Research? Marnie, okay. They got the Marnie out of the 2 cards. Okay. 3 trainers. Well, that's not ideal. Okay, but I have... No, this K-Bro's not good enough. Yeah, I think I'm dead. Getting the 3 trainers, dude. They had to get Marnie off of those 2 cards, and the Marnie had to give me enough to get knocked out. Oh, okay, never mind. We're not even gonna risk it. That makes sense. That makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, now they can't just KO this Rapid Strike Urshifu next turn. They are down just to 1 boss. Okay. I'm gonna promote Jirachi. I'm gonna lead with the escape rope. See what they do. Before I play anything else. There is a universe where I can't kill the Alcremie. If I can't kill the Alcremie this turn, then I can actually potentially win. Okay. And it requires double INTELEON, so I'm gonna go Drizzle. This is... I have no search for the VMAX. I have absolutely no search for the VMAX or the INTELEONs either. So I don't think it's gonna be possible this turn. I do not think it's gonna be possible this turn. I think I have to Marnie and play to that next turn. I think that's what I have to do. That's the plan. Okay, I do get 1 INTELEON. Do not get the VMAX or much else after that. Yeah, and unless, well, if these guys are on the bench, that's fine. Okay, so I can retreat. I think I retreat into Urshifu here. And just pass. I have a decent chance at pulling it off, I think. Depends on my opponent's hand. I could take 6 prizes next turn. I need the VMAX, I need the double energy, and I need Passimian. Double INTELEON doesn't do it. Okay, no, I definitely need the energy and the VMAX. Boss? Dude, are you serious? Well, that's gonna be game over. Yeah, All Creamy just knocks out anything. Oh well. I mean, it's a tough matchup no matter what. I had a chance at winning right there. I needed to not die off of that 3-card hand that my opponent had. They also had the boss. I definitely don't think going after the Urshifu was the right call though. Because if they had knocked out Jirachi, I guess they didn't know they were going to knock out Jirachi. I don't know. I disagree with how my opponent went about it a little bit. I do want to go first. And then playing, like if I had used the Dene right there, I would have needed double INTELEON, which they were at the bottom of the deck. The VMAX, the energy, the Passimian, and the switching card off of 6 cards. I don't know. It felt way too convoluted for it to make sense. And having the expert belt gone also didn't help my case. Alright, so we'll establish a supple. I reckon I can quick hold the expert belts. And this seems fine for now. Like, I have access to the Dene, I have access to anything really, and I have access to the VMAX, so really good 3-card hand for sure. Really good 3-card hand. Alright. Okay, well. Alright. Alrighty. Decent hand again. Too bad I'm not going first, but decent hand. And we get mulligans, that's awesome. So we get, but we get depressing information that we are up against our worst matchup. But we got mulligans. Alright, double Calyrex with energy on the bench. Not bad at all. No supporter for Pablo. So we'll grab this Sobble. Definitely the card I can't get rid of is the INTELEON. Right, that makes sense. Jirachi is not priced. Okay, because I have the double expert belt, I'm gonna go ahead and do what I said I should have done the previous games. So I'm gonna keep calling for these two. It helps then, it gets me another Sobble on the bench, gets the other Urshifu on the bench, because I have the double expert belt. I didn't check if they were priced, or Karate belt. I didn't check to see if they were priced, but we're hoping they weren't. Finds a balloon. So we are probably in trouble here. No, okay. Not even retreating to 210. I will take that any day of the week. Okay. Really good. So we'll go ahead and drizzle. Now the issue, since my opponent didn't take a prize card, is Okay, I'm actually gonna grab the Pokecomp to save the Passimian. To definitely save the Passimian here. We'll establish the Jirachi. Hate that I have to get rid of my stamp, but it is what it is. The one thing I do know is that my opponent doesn't have a Shadow Rider or Calyrex VMAX in their hand, right? That much I do know. So you can grab me. Honestly, the Tool Scrapper seems really good here. And you can grab me. Like, and establishing Triple Drizzle gives me access to extra damage soon, so that's really good. Escape Rope doesn't really matter at this point, since it's a switching card that I want to save for later. And I have Marnie. Could just be the Air Balloon, honestly. Save the energy, have the pivot for the next KOs for switching purposes as well. Sure. Alright. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Right, Gengar Q. A little scary, since I have 4 cards now. 4 house, okay. So that just buys them a turn. Further telling me that their hand sucks. I get 10 damage in exchange for 200, maybe. Wow, okay, so my opponent's just terrible draws, not helping him out at all. Darn. I was hoping to see a better game, of course. Like, I don't mind losing to the bad matchup or anything, I just want the game to be close, right? To be in close situations where you can really showcase the deck. But yeah, that will be all from me today. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. And big congrats once again to Alex Szymanski. And I will see all of you next time. Bye-bye.